Hey guys, Andy here from Play All the Games, trying something a little different today. Gonna do just a little preview episode of a rare game while I'm testing out some new settings and stuff with our equipment. Gonna do a couple of these, probably mess around, see how they go, put them up, and have some fun with that. Don't know if we'll ever get around to full plays of these, but you never know, we might, and if you want us to, go ahead, let us know. You never know, we might get a chance to do it, but for now, we're gonna dive right in. This is MS Saga, A New Dawn. If you don't know what this is, what I'll tell you for now, if you like mobile suits, you like Gundams, you have come to the right place. Let's hit it. Here we go. What happened? Here's your backstory. Shit got wrecked. That's pretty much all you need to know. Yeah, pretty much full-on apocalypse scenario. Everything was destroyed. There you go. That's all you need to know about this. Everything got wiped out. Today is, I guess, what you might call the day after tomorrow. That was called the Great Fall. That's what they call it. Now, here's a little opening scroll of what we might see during this game. None of this is actually cutscenes, by the way, or things you'll actually see in-game. This is entirely just an intro that's representative of the things you'll see, including those two poorly dressed bastards right there. I'm going to tell you more about them, but hey, for now, we've got a Gundam and a Zaku. These are all super deformed Gundams. Initially, I was turned off by that fact. I picked this up when it was brand new out of the GameStop. Just finally took a chance on it. But I'm glad I did, and it took me a few tries to get used to it. Now that I've gone through it, I don't think I'd want it any other way. I'm glad they're actually SD Gundams. I think it works better for that reason. But anyway, you get a little bit of an idea of some of the locales here, some of the things you'll be doing, some of the diverse characters. That part right there is probably one of my favorites. You're going to be switching out parts on your mobile suits. It's a really cool part of this game. That's not ominous. Also, it has a really good job of using other things besides the mobile suits, other pieces of technology. Of course, if you're familiar with the show, you know what some of those are. Some of the other characters you'll see here joining your party, and... oh, hey, spoiler! Yeah, he's not Char, not at all. He doesn't show up piloting a Gelgoog special. Well, he's not Char, but let's face it, he's Char. And yeah, again, he doesn't show up piloting a Gelgoog special or anything like that, and he's not the villain, I swear. Snicker. Yeah, this is a pretty cool CG intro. Gives you a good idea of what's happening. I really do like it. I even like the music. I think that's, I want to say that's a Zeta. I can't remember. See, here's the thing. I like Gundam. I even love Gundam. But my knowledge of Gundam is not in depth. There are people who know a hell of a lot more about Gundams than I do. And that's great. I think that's awesome. Because there are people who are looking at each individual mobile suit there. And they'll tell you, oh, well, it's this mobile suit, that one. But beyond that, which is something I might be able to tell you, what they're going to tell you there is, oh, this is actually, you know, the mass production GM, but it has a slightly different head from a different model, and that's awesome. I can't do that myself. To be honest, I have that kind of knowledge level of, like, Battletech or stuff like that. But, again, so, I think that's awesome. I don't know, I'm gushing now because I do love Gundam, but my knowledge is limited. First thing you need to know, massive plot point here, this is called the G system. Think of it as a 3D printer on steroids. You pop in an energy capsule, it pops out something useful. In this case, it just squirted out a mobile suit. In fact, a mass model GM, if my memory serves correctly. Tristan and Fritz, your first two characters, neither of whom should be allowed to dress themselves in the morning, but what the hell. The stars of this game are the mobile suits themselves. You know what? I'm going to talk about that again when you get a better look at them, but my god, the character designs in this game. What the hell? Yeah, there we go. What was going on? Seriously, first of all, how often do you see a guy in a game named Fritz? And what the hell is going on with Tristan's eyes? I'm a little confused by all of this, but yeah. I don't know. Maybe they wanted the all eyes to actually be on the mobile suits and the characters were secondary. Their piloting skills and personalities are important. Tristan's your hero. He's always going to be plowing ahead, no matter how mismatched his eye colors are. Fritz is a whiny bastard. He gets better towards the end of the game. Thankfully, his piloting skills don't reflect that. He's a pretty good pilot. But for now, combat has occurred. Diving right in. What do we got first up? Oh, looks like a Zaku. Can you really start with any other opponent? Straight up Zaku with a drum machine gun. They have such an attention to detail in this game as far as like just a really good mix of mobile suits from all different games, all different eras. It's kind of a love letter to all of Gundam in a way. In this weird mismatched thing, it mixes plot elements, it mixes all kinds of things from various Gundam episodes. The main timeline, Gundam Wing, G Gundam, other Gundams I don't know about, but yeah, it's good times. Anyway, Tristan's going to jump in the GM here and get shit rolling. Combat's pretty traditional RPG style in this, turn-based, with a few interesting twists. We'll get into those in a minute. For now, I'm just going to chop shit with a sword, I think, of some sort, or maybe an axe. I forget what I start with. I want to say a sword. Of course you don't know how to pilot this thing, dude. You literally just stepped into it after it squirted out of the G system. Oh yeah, Marie. She's an important character we'll meet here in just a little bit. Another person who has a very interesting character design. Should be fun. So what do we got here? Let's do this thing. Come on, black screen. I want to kill shit. Oh, hey. Standard intro. Yeah, I'm just going to move past this. Yeah, we got it. Left analog stick. Pretty much like any game ever. So you see that little weird crystal red thing? That's where a lot of important enemy encounters show up. There's two types of enemy encounters. You have your random encounters, like you would just wandering out in the field and shit just attacks you because you walked by, I don't know, them, their campsite, their hangout. But you also have these very scripted ones, like this one right here. Pretty good boss music, by the way. This soldier, his uniform and garb will matter just a little bit later. Yep, G system's been activated. Also the G unit and the G money system. Yeah, your boss ain't shit. Nope, sorry. Gonna punch you in the face with my mobile suit. Is that what you meant? You know, Tristan's got balls. You know, he just popped into this thing, but he's not letting go of it. I'll give him that. Said I hate the character design, but the character's personality I'm okay with. He's pretty resilient and pretty out, you know, go-getter. He's doing his thing. So, let's see. As you can see, fight, etc. are standard commands. Oh yeah, I need to hit him with the head guns. Hit him with your head guns, kid! So we don't have a sword yet, but we could punch him. Yeah, that's an important mechanic. Ranged weapons, not always the toughest, but you're safe if you use them. If you go in for a melee attack, they could counterattack you. However, it works the same. You can counterattack them, and that's actually an important thing. You need to plan on when you're counterattacking and everything else. As of right now, my abilities are pretty close. Slightly more powerful physical attack, slightly less powerful head Vulcan. But that said, I like to shoot things. So let's go ahead and hit him with the head guns. 12 damage, not great. Got hit with the Zaku machine gun for almost as much. Next attack or two should take him out, and I've got quite a bit of HP. He's not got a lot. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah. Now, just to vary it up, let's hit him with a knuckle, punch him right in his Zaku face, and get counterattacked with an axe. Boo! Okay, so, yeah. Nothing really good happening here. I guess I'll just keep hitting him with the head guns. It's going to minimize my damage. There we go. Yeah, I have way more than him. Some of these other stats, you'll figure out what they are later. TP, think of that as mana, if you want. Oh, okay, cool. I do get an Iron Axe and a Zaku machine gun, and I think something cool is also about to happen. Our boy Fritz, here in a very short amount of time, is going to step up to the plate and do something awesome. But first, he's got to come check on you, because he's your bestie. You know, amongst his, you know, good qualities, he's fairly loyal. He's a whiny little bitch in the beginning of the game, but he'll get over it. And again, he's pretty good with guns. He's a very heavy ranged attacker. Yeah, I'll go ahead and talk about that as we're going through this cutscene here. So, each mobile suit has its strengths and its weaknesses in terms of heavy HP, in terms of speed, whatever, but two things that will matter a lot. They have certain... yeah, what am I trying to say here? Come on, Tara, sit down and think. Don't look at the screen. Okay, so what's going to happen here is this. They have a physical, or sort of like a melee attack characteristic, and a range attack characteristic. Some of them also have like special attack things, but that doesn't matter. That's neither here nor there, for the time being anyway. So yeah, they have a strength as melee and a strength as ranged. Independent of that, each pilot has their ranged skill level and their physical melee skill level. So you want to try to match up the pilots to the mobile suits. They'll be good at some things, bad at others. Some of them will be pretty consistent, like this GM is pretty even in terms of its melee and its ranged. Our next mobile suit, which I won't tell you what it is yet, although you can start doing a little bit of math, is going to be probably more primarily ranged, which is good because Fritz is more primarily ranged. Yep, Fritz was about to wet his ugly-ass pants. Now we walk out of here and we go wreck shit. There's no other plan. Dude, we just made a mobile suit. That's the plan. Yeah, we gotta go talk to her. Sorry, Fritz. Yeah, see? Immediately. Like, he doesn't want to do anything. How he got this far, I don't know. But, here we go. Go, Fritz, go. You're gonna do something cool. What is it? Yep. Oh, yep, there it is. So Fritz actually goes and repairs that Zaku 1. He's gonna pilot it. It's a better ranged machine, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, there we go. Diving right in, here's our party. Fritz and Tristan. Annoying guy and dude with miscolored eyes. Yeah, you fixed it. And he does that action a lot, that weird little, like, fist pump. That's one thing, you're going to see cockpit views of a lot of these people during story scenes. I like that. I mean, it keeps it sort of thematically appropriate. Oh yeah. This is obviously the first little tutorial battle. That's, for the most part, how the tutorial goes. The cool part is, though, I get to show you the equip thing right here. This is really elegant. You see I've got these spaces right here, these squares. So here's how this works out. Let's see what I can do here. Oh yeah, inventory, duh. Go here first. So I've got to give him an iron axe. You can see it takes up 4 squares. So I plug that in there. That's right, you're going to be mixing and matching things based on the amount of space your mobile suit has, as well as the amount of space each thing takes up. Pretty cool, in my opinion. Pretty elegant solution even, because melee weapons tend to be tall, and ranged weapons tend to be wide. So that's a really elegant way of reinforcing the idea that some things are really meant to use heavy ranged weaponry, and some things are meant to use really big, badass melee weaponry. I like that idea. So, let's see. I'm going to keep him with that. He has that head Vulcan. Let's see what Fritz needs here on his mobile suit. Yeah, he's going to need that Zaku machine gun, because he has nothing otherwise. Yeah, you can see how tiny this machine gun is in comparison. Not a lot of room on either of these yet. Not a lot happening. They'll get better. So, let's go ahead and run out. Should get a couple more battles under our belt before we get too far into this. Save point! Records, yada yada. So, your save point is actually some sort of like computer terminal. You can see I've been playing this game a bit back in the day. So yeah, you can see this is actually a little bit of a computer terminal tying into a network. Doesn't really mean anything, but thematically it's kind of nice. You know, I like that. It's pretty cool. Quick finalization of the save. Does save pretty quick as far as PS2 era games go. Yeah. Connect, disconnect. Get me out of here. I gotta go kill shit. Right. Couple item chests real quick. Repair kit ×3. And regeneration kit. Also, you notice Tristan took a couple hits in that fight. However, check this out. I'm at full health because these completely heal you up when you touch them. How cool is that? Nice little nod from the game there. So we're in this cave with the G system. Go ahead and tell you now the G systems... Oh, fight time. Tell you later. The battle music for this is a lot of fun too. Fighting a couple of standard tanks. Now, this is a good point. They can't counter, so go ahead and hit them with the best you got. Yada yada. Oh, Fritz actually has the repair technique. Think of that as a heal spell if you were playing a standard game. Probably take a couple of hits on these guys. Not a big deal there. Yeah, as you can see, the Zaku machine gun, more powerful for Fritz. So you're starting to see that separation of skills here. Fritz is also faster than Tristan. Some of the speed is dictated by the mobile suit you're using. Some of it is dictated by the pilot. I feel like Fritz is a fairly quick pilot. It's been a little while since I've played this. I paused for a while of the save files you saw there because I kind of got sucked into other games. But yeah, Fritz is pretty quick throughout the rest of the game. Minor experience and credits there, but not going to take too much to level up. One thing worth noting, though, grinding is definitely something you're going to want to do in this game. It has a very steep curve of, I don't want to say difficulty, but what your levels need to be. So the more the game goes on, the more you're going to want to grind, but you will be rewarded for it. Things will be considerably easier because you've done so, and that's going to be whether you're grinding for money or whether you're grinding for experience. One other thing worth calling out, you see that little radar type thing in the upper left. That is how close I am to an encounter. It's yellow, so I'm getting closer. When it's red, I'm about to get attacked. When it's green, I'm fine. That lets you know a little bit about what's coming. There's no threat level severity in terms of what's coming. It's just that an attack is coming. So, another little item here, armor upgrade kit. Save those. The most important thing I can tell you is save those. I'm going to double check my own math and make sure it's what I think it is. However, yeah, this permanently increases something on your mobile suit. However, you want to save those till the end game because it's significantly more expensive to increase the stats of the later mobile suits than it is now. So go ahead with these ones. Don't mess with that. Those are late game items. Start collecting them now, but do not use them. Best tip I can give you there. Something I didn't know early on, not going to lie. That hurt me. Any second now. Oh, made it through without getting attacked. When you get through to the next section, that little encounter level thing resets. So now let's walk outside into the barren wasteland that is planet Earth after the Great Fall. As promised, I was going to tell you a little bit about that G system. The G system is basically, as I said, a 3D printer on steroids. It also probably had a hand in how good civilization was before the fall, and you never know, maybe, just maybe, it had a hand in the fall itself. That's the kind of stuff they're going to start showing you later on. Now, the big problem right now, they went to get this because mobile suits are showing up everywhere in the world all of a sudden. They weren't really before. They had them, but nowhere near as common, so apparently something's going down. It's a good time to talk about Fritz and his lack of fashion sense. Apparently he woke up one day and said, you know what, I'm going to do a study of Ronald McDonald in purple. I can't even comprehend what's happening here. Like, I'm a guy. Give me jeans and a t-shirt. It's not like I care about this stuff. So the fact that I'm actually calling it out tells you just how bad this is. Also, what's up with, like, the optometrist kit on his helmet there? I'm not really sure what's going on there. That never gets used in the entire game. It's just there. I guess somebody decided that's his flair. Yeah, the character designs are just fucking ugly. I can't even get around it. You get some more normal-looking ones later in the game, but for now, feel free to laugh at Fritz a lot, because my god, look at that purple fuck. I can't help it. Yep. God, I was right, man. Fritz, he is... I guess he's going to suck it up for now, but yeah, he really is just whiny. So you notice he's saying there they did something to Miss Natalie and the kids. Fritz and Tristan are both orphans, and a black mobile suit, you'll eventually talk about this, but a black mobile suit attacked and destroyed their orphanage. Whether it was on purpose, whether it was part of a bigger fight, I'm not clear on. I think it actually was on purpose, as dickheaded that is. Who takes out an orphanage with a mobile suit? Seriously. But yeah, so Tristan's got his little team-building speech here. The voice acting actually isn't all that bad. Except for Fritz. God, I hate Fritz. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be harsh on this guy. Just more and more throughout the game. And again, his piloting skills are great, so you're going to want to keep him in the party. Some of his tech skills are really good. But yeah, just as a character, ugh, not a fan. I guess you always got to have those in anime. And well, let's face it, this is based off anime. So welcome to the overworld. Pretty good map system here. Let's see if I could, yep, real quick. Hit select, and you can see I am definitely on planet Earth. Right now I'm down somewhere around Spain. You don't travel anywhere near as slowly as you would think it would take you to travel around the Earth. And you'll also notice that it's not 100% accurate to what we know. There's been some changes after the fall. For example, seems like somehow the US and Canada got a little bit separated. Seems like a big chunk is missing out of South America. Yeah, Africa's pretty well intact. Not huge changes in Europe that I can see. So, you know, just a few things like that. They had to vary it up just a little bit. Anyway, we're down in Spain. I want to get two more fights under my belt before I go talk to Marie, so let's see what's happening here. More tanks. That's all we're going to face right now, but... Oh, surprise the enemy. Nice. Little attack. Now, it's worth noting that on a surprise round, you can't be counterattacked by the enemy either, if that ever comes up. So, good to know, too. Take out this tank as well. 21 damage. Done! I'm going to get one more fight under my belt before I go and talk to Marie, advance the plot a little bit. Not getting loads of experience yet. It actually, believe it or not, would be worth grinding a few of these just to bump up to level 2 or 3, because your damage stats from your piloting skills also increase. Uh-oh. Let's run through the forest. Tougher enemies? Come on, what do you got? Oh yeah, okay, cool. So we got the tank and the tank Kai. Kai is generally their word for upgraded version of any type of enemy. Now, I feel like... I could regret this, but I feel like Tristan may be able to take out that tank on his own. We're going to try. Yep, he totally can. So that means I can start splitting up what they do, like any good RPG, split the party's attacks. Tristan's going to go after this guy. Fritz is going to go after this guy who's already damaged should take him out nicely. These things I want to say have maybe 20, 25 HP. The Kai has a little bit more. No, I bet the Kai has 25 or 30. I don't think I have it. What? Dude, how can you miss a tank that's not moving with a mech-sized machine gun? I was talking up your skills as the only thing good about you, and you just proved me wrong. Way to go, Fritz. Jackass. Okay, so anyway, that's a little more combat. Let's go talk to Marie. Game, can I talk to Marie? Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's probably not going to be too happy. Yes, a hissy fit. Oh, and here we go. Yeah, pretty much like somebody decided to take a goth baby doll, turn it into a character, and give it Morpheus shades. I'm not sure what's happening at this point. I don't even understand. They keep calling her the fossil. It comes up. She actually is much older than she looks. Not sure what's happening there. Like, I think at one point it comes up, she might be 100 years old. I have no idea how that works up. I'm not too worried about plot spoilers right now. This is just for fun, and really the meat and potatoes of this game is the gameplay. So, and, you know, her and Fritz have some kind of antagonistic relationship, and apparently she's threatening to kill him. Not the first time somebody in the game will. Gotta promise you that. Fritz, however, not backing down. So, let's just mash through this. You can read all of it. And let's get to the plot. Marie's workshop. Good place to park a Gundam. Has some kind of giant windmill and some sort of... It's kind of blocked by the head there. Mobile suit skeleton happening in the background. That's a little creepy. Fritz just runs in. You do spend a lot of time in towns anyway, running around as your characters. You'll never fight as them. You'll never fight outside your mobile suits. But that you do explore with them in the towns and get to spend some time with them. So, I mean, that's good. You know, you want to have a life outside the cockpit. I hid my mobile suit over there. A non-specific there. We're going to assume it's hiding behind a tree and hoping nobody sees it. My yard isn't big enough. Nobody's yard is big enough for 2 mobile suits, buddy. Okay, yeah. Let's go talk to Marie. So, running through, now's a good chance to take a look at our boy Tristan. You can see him running up here. Let's get him a little closer when he's in this house right here and take a look at him. So apparently there were exactly 3 pieces of clothing that fit Tristan at the orphanage. I'm assuming, or closely fit Tristan at the orphanage anyway. Either that or he chose the skin-tight high waters he's rocking and the tiny half jacket, but whatever. He's moderately better than Fritz. And of course we have our goth doll over here, Miss Marie. Yeah, I'm probably being too harsh on this, because the thing is, I do love this game. Don't get me wrong, as much as I knock these character designs, and they need knocked around the block. I don't know what happened, but again, the rest of the game is fine, and I do love the deep variety of mobile suits available. It's really cool. Alright, lay some plot on us, Marie. What's happening all around the world? Probably lots of red dots indicating trouble.
There's so many lights.
Called it.
Yeah,
Marie's voice is kind of weird. She's, I don't even know what they're going for there. Like she's trying to be sly. I don't think there's any sexiness there. I don't think there's supposed to be any menace, but maybe a hint. I have no idea what was happening there. But yeah. I mean, I'm okay with it. It's odd. I don't understand it, but I'm okay with that voice. I don't think I should be, mind you. I think I should actually be really, you know, just turned off by it from a game mechanic, or a game standpoint. I should be thinking, God, that's crap. But I like that voice for that character. I have no idea why. I probably shouldn't. But, so anyway, far too many mobile suits. Yeah, and we're looking for one specific. That's going to be a problem. But Tristan, my man, is never going to give up. He's got some vengeance on his mind. He's got shit to wreck. Yep, we're doing this. Woohoo! We got a letter. And who does it say to? Ah, the unicorns. So the unicorns, we'll find out a little bit more about them. They're sort of a, I don't want to call, like, they watch over the G systems, as she's saying. They're the good guys. There's zero question about that. They're sort of like a international post-apocalyptic organization that exists to sort of save the world, help out where they can. Calling them, even though that guy's Constable Ox, calling them police would be wrong. They're sort of like just a freelance, independent defense and vigilante and force of good guys. Sort of like G.I. Joe if G.I. Joe operated independently and kind of did their own thing. So I guess it would be fair to say that the unicorns fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. Saving, you do in here. No real reason to do it yet, but I would just go in and save, sleep in the bed for a bit, run it back out. Nothing too much to see here. I don't think there's any items in here of any consequence. But like any good RPG, you want to explore. Not looking for plot points at this point, just kind of showing off the game, so we're just going to move on. I could talk to Marie again too, but nah. I think she's just going to rehash what she told me. Oh! Oh, do you see it? I see it. It's faint, but I see it, and I'm going to show it to you now. We're going to have to run around this way. Oh, there's 3 of them. These tiny blue chests that are hard to see right now. Yep, you got it. Those are item chests. Give me some good stuff. Oh, come on. Get your shit together, Tristan. GPS system. Oh, okay. Excuse me. GPS system is interesting in the sense that it's fast travel. You burn those to travel from one place to another. Eventually, you'll get a technical ability of a pilot that can do that anyway. Auto drive. I think Tristan actually gets it, so that's pretty useful. So back out in the world. You ready, Fritz? Oh, and the first thing Fritz does is say, wait a minute. Oh, wait, no. Fritz has a good idea for once. He wants to go see the orphanage. Understandable. Yep. You know what? Fritz is coming true on that statement. I'll give him that. Off we go to the orphanage. So, you gotta take a step back for a second and think of the absurdity of the plot right now. What's our first stop with the mobile suits? We're going to an orphanage, because that's what you do. Let's see. Not gonna be too difficult to take these guys out. One machine gun hit, one iron axe hit, and they're gonna be good to go. Choppy choppy, done. One more round to go. Ooh. Fuck you. Yeah, the battle music. Oh, come on, Fritz. What is happening? Yeah, there it is. 2 in a row. Good time to call this out. I feel like the RNG on this game in terms of hitting, dodging, etc. I really feel like it works in batches. When you see one miss, you're going to see a lot of misses thereafter. It tends to clump those. I don't know why. But it's something that... I haven't done official testing or anything, but I've played enough to know that it really does like to put those together. So unfortunately, when you see one miss, you're going to see a lot of your guys miss. The good news is you might see the enemies miss as well. This poor orphanage has seen better days. But here we are nonetheless. Let's take a look. It's just like it was when we left it. Yes, it's been a year. They somehow wandered down and met Marie. I feel like, map-wise, we're just at the tip of Spain, maybe working our way up into France. There's obviously no longer country demarcations in this realm. With one exception, they very specifically call out Japan. Oh, there it is, the black mobile suit. Doer of evil deeds. They were not done dirt cheap, and he's nowhere AC/DC levels of cool. Right now, he's just menacing and burning down orphanages. Now, that's a really good way to make sure that the bad guy is a bad guy. What did he do? He burned down an orphanage. Okay, yeah, he's bad. Oh, I forget what that's called. There's a specific name for that when you have a sack tied to a stick with everything you own in it. Starts with a, I want to say an S, maybe? Like, he just got out of there, and bam, it's on. Now, seriously, though, who has called a wreck an orphanage for any reason whatsoever? That's kind of cruel. That's all there is to it. Taking a quick coffee break there, as Tristan collects his shit and looks back on, yeah. You gotta think in that moment, like, if he'd left just a little bit later, if he hadn't been running to face his future, I mean, how crazy is that? That's a pretty boss-looking mobile suit there, right there. I'm just gonna point that out. The black one with the red shoulders. That's something to call out, too. We haven't got to the place where we can do it. You can customize your mobile suits color-wise, which is really cool. You can also mix and match parts, as I said earlier, from different mobile suits. In fact, some mobile suits, you'll never see them or never be able to access them, but you can get parts of them, like an arm or something else. Zacrello, I think the Zacrello sickle you can actually get as just an item. Whoa, dude! That explosion was so powerful it went slow motion. Tristan's pretty resilient, though, I gotta say. This kid's bouncy. And alive. Still, I kind of feel for the dude. As much as I'm being snarky about this, that's a pretty crap thing to do, and that's a pretty crap thing to happen to you, so... Somewhere along the way, I forget exactly why. Maybe Fritz was out of town getting supplies, or he'll talk about that here in a second, I'm sure. I thought we made that promise already, but okay. Yep, let's do this thing. And Fritz with his little hand pump action. Okay, let's ride. So we're going to start now. This is basically where it all begins. We're done with pretty much the tutorial except for the occasional new ability. Little text scroll here telling us how to get into the world and how to fight in the world, yada yada. I'm pretty sure at this point she's rooting for you, buddy. I'm pretty sure she wants you to take care of business with whoever did this. It's worth noting, too, that the open world music, the overworld music, rather, it's also really good. I'm just curious where we're at here. Yeah, right, moving over to, okay, it's a little distorted on the map as far as where we're at, but that's okay. Yeah, the open world music is pretty good, not gonna lie. So here's Angelia. Let's go check it out. But no, let's not. Let's run down here where there's something else far more interesting and not be able to run past that mountain and probably have to run around because I'm an idiot, but hey, let's break some things. Kind of want to show you a dungeon before I do anything further. Oh, it doesn't matter, there's only two of them. I was gonna say, Tristan could have taken one out on his own, but who cares? You better hit. Okay. Not that it mattered, but you still better hit, Fritz. If I'm going to drag you along on this, you got to earn your keep. I got to check and see. I don't think I have it yet, but there is one thing that's really cool. Check my inventory here. Yeah, I don't have it yet. It'll be down here, but eventually I'll get something where I can see various, all the various enemies I've fought. Their stats, their attacks, their abilities, what they drop. It's a really cool piece of information and equipment to have in this game. So, really nice inclusion. The gameplay of this... Oh, here's our first dungeon. Yeah, the gameplay of this is solid. There's a lot of little mechanics of things like little status ailments that come up as well. Not quite standard RPG things. You start having to take into account other things as well. But all in all, it's a really solid system mechanically. Lots of cool mobile suits to play around with. Lots of cool shit to do. You get lots of good weaponry, and it's all tied back into the series. It's all tied back in to various Gundam series that are mixing and matching for this. It's a lot of fun. It's a really cool little game. I advise you to check it out. It is rare. I actually bought it off the shelf when it was new. What's really weird is you're going to pay about the same now. So just about going to finish up this little intro, but before I do that, oh, damn it. Well, looks like I got to go to Angelia. So let's find one last battle to send you off with. Run ahead, see if I can maybe find just a mobile suit. Come on, something hit me that's not a tank. Come on, let's show it off one last time for the viewers at home. Give me a Zaku. No. Oh, well. Hey, guys, let's whip up on some tanks. One last go for glory, for guts, for... Actually, none of that because of a giant robot beating up a tank. Glory and guts were not really part of the program. God, what's the last thing that happens in this playthrough? Fritz misses. Good God, Fritz, come on, get your shit together. Thank you. Fritz gets the final hit. Okay, victory pose for Fritz. So there you go, guys. Oh, hey, I leveled. Sweet, good place to end. Boost attack, nice little power attack there. Fritz gets shoot all. I don't know if he could do much with that anyway. So yeah. Right now, that just gives you a little bit about what's going on with this game. So much more in depth to go, and one of these days, maybe I'll come back and show you a little bit more. But for now, that's MS Saga. That's the first couple of minutes in the intro. So, if I could wave, I would. So let's get him centered in the camera there. Goodbye for now, Mr. GM Gundam. Or, GM Gundam, God, GM Mass Production Mobile Suit. I always get that wrong. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. Catch you next time.